Is that it up there? Is this it?
I don't know, man. We're just gonna have to find out.
Whoa. Holy shit, dude. I don't know why I trust the woman that kicked me into a bathtub while I was pissing, but I trust her. I'm scared.
Did your neighbors call the cops?
Not that time. Other times we got the cops called on us.
What?
Dude, super inspiring.
It's like cite your fucking sources.
Bibliography.
I don't know if you know that or not.
Yeah.
Ha ha.
Ha ha.
What the fuck?
I love you, Campbells. I'm sorry. Sorry, Brian. Hey, Instagram. I don't know how to be human and drink water. Get off our dick. Sprite, sponsor us. Inappropriate circumstances.
Yeah, we're gonna work on an intro later, so I don't need to do any of that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, hi. How you doing, man?
I'm pretty fucking good, man. How about you?
Yeah, great. I'm happy that I'm over here doing this. I've been excited about it all day.
Oh, dude, I've been excited about it for since you left last Saturday. For real.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, for real.
I've been nonstop thinking about it. So I'm gonna start off this episode kind of going back to our last episode. I wanted to know how your button was doing.
Well, I have to be perfectly honest. I haven't done anything about it.
I fucking knew it.
I'm so busy, man.
Oh my ass.
Yeah, my ass. No,
shit.
it hasn't gotten any worse. I think it's probably gotten a little better. I haven't seen any blood or anything. I haven't been taking as gnarly as shits as I have been lately. So
Okay, that's good.
I'm doing better. My button's in good condition, man.
That's good.
Mint condition button.
Mint condition.
Well, maybe not quite mint. It's not minty down there.
Minty fresh.
I wish. That'd be great. Well, it might be a little stingy, but it'd be great.
You just gotta find something that's not so stingy.
You ever tried putting scented lotion on a rash down there?
No, I don't put scented anything near my butt.
Well, not even if it's just you ever get a thigh rash or a ball rash.
Not really. No.
You're not supposed to put scented anything because the chemicals sting. One time I had a rash on my balls because I was really sweaty and working all day in the summer, and then I went and skated after that and didn't change or anything. So by the time I got home, I was just chafed to fuck. And I was like, I'm so chafed. And Crystal was like, here, put this lotion on it. I didn't even look at it. I just put the lotion on it. It was just like, ah! That Home Alone scene where he puts on the fucking icy hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was that, but for my balls.
My balls are burning.
Yeah.
My balls was hot.
And then it was cold. Yeah, it was really bad.
Just go to the fucking doctor, man.
I like trying weird home. If Crystal's like, here, try this lotion, then I'd rather do that than go to the doctor.
Put these lemons on your butthole. These open lemons.
I don't know why I trust the woman that kicked me into a bathtub while I was pissing, but I trust her.
What?
I haven't told you the story?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so.
This was back in our first apartment, so it was before we were married, but still pretty deep into our relationship. And we'd been engaged for a while, and we were just excited to have our first place. It was our most goofy and probably our most irresponsible.
Yeah.
So it was 11 o'clock, midnight, and middle of the week. I had to work the next day, and we were watching a movie or something. So I get up to go pee, and while I'm peeing, the bathroom's literally not even around the doors are next to each other. So the bathroom is the corner of the bedroom door. So you just literally walk from one to the other.
Okay, yeah.
So she sneaks from bed while I'm peeing, and I've got the door cracked, not all the way closed. She runs through it, shoulder tackle through the door, and screams when she gets in. I don't know what the fuck she's doing. I'm scared, but I'm in the middle of peeing. So I'm holding my dick like, ah! And she busts in and then just goes, "This is Sparta," and fucking leans back and kicks me as hard as she can while I'm still holding my dick, still pissing, straight through the curtain into the tub next to me. And obviously, like, I've just got my pants unzipped. I don't do the whole, like, around the ankles piss.
Yeah.
So I'm still pee, and I've just got pee all over my pants now, all over my shirt, and I couldn't stop because I was so shocked, and it was just like...
So you're just, like, laying in the fucking bathtub just pissing everywhere?
Yeah, for, like, a few seconds, I just pissed on myself. Like, what the fuck just happened?
I would have done the same thing, man. I would have done the same shit, I swear.
Whole time, she's losing it. She's not even like, "Are you okay?" I don't even know if she knew I was peeing in that moment or that I couldn't stop. She just didn't give a fuck. But I trust that woman.
Well, this was the first of many accounts that will be against her for the physical abuse. You know? When the domestic violence case comes out, this will be what they reference to. I remember back on that podcast when you were like, "She kicked me into the bathtub." Nah. Sparta kicked you into the bathtub while you're...
She called it a Sparta kick. I didn't... She even afterwards was like, "I fucking Sparta kicked you." I was like, "Yeah, you did. You did."
It's so funny because, like, knowing your wife, that cracks me up because I can totally see her doing some shit like that and being so proud of it, too, and just being like, "Yeah, fuck you, I did that. Do some shit again. You'll get it again." Did you do something to her? You had to have done something to her.
I think, like, a week ago, I had scared her pretty bad. My favorite thing to do was hide in the closet. And so I basically did a reverse of what she did, where a week before, she got up and went to the bathroom while we were in the middle of watching a movie. And I just got out of bed and walked into we had a sliding door closet. She's in the bathroom. The room's completely dark. I walk into the closet, and the light switch is right next to the sliding door.
Okay.
So the lights are on, and I'm waiting for her to walk through the door so I can slam it behind her from inside the closet. Like, the door and the sliding door to the closet and the light switch is right in between those two. They're all right next to each other.
Yeah.
So I'm waiting for her to walk in. And the bed is in the far corner once you walk in the room. So it's, like, opposite of the door.
Yeah.
She walks in. I slam the door shut behind her, so it's really loud. Then I flick the light off. Then I slam the sliding closet door closed as hard as I can. So there's a slam, lights go out, another slam.
Scream.
She jumps from the position she walked in at to the bed, like 6 feet. Like, she could be in the Olympics if you scared her bad enough. She just gets in the corner, puts the blanket over her head, and goes, "Ah!"
Your neighbor, did your neighbors call the cops?
Not that time. Other times we got the cops called on us. We used to get in slap fights all the time.
Oh, yeah, I remember you telling me that one story.
Yeah, we would beat the shit out of each other and be laughing the whole time. But the neighbors thought I was a domestic abuser and would call the cops. So...
That's so fucking funny.
We have everything's fine. It's a good relationship. We're happily married.
Oh, no, definitely.
And I'm not winking at you to signify that I'm not safe. That was the ugliest wink. I can't wink.
Wink twice if you're in danger.
You
know, my fiance can't wink either. Like, I can do like a, you know, like a nice little wink. You know, you like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I can wink pretty good, but with her, yeah, it just looks awkward.
I just get stroke face when I do it. Anyway.
All right, so moving on into this episode. Enough about our
we gotta get serious at some point, right?
Buttons and stuff. One of the things that you've been seeing around since social media is so prominent nowadays. One of the things that has been really blowing up is this whole "fuck Jerry" thing.
Man.
Instagram account. It's been stealing other people's shit.
I mean, by the time this comes out, it might be a little dated, but just the past week has been nothing but YouTube drama, and it's even gone to mainstream media where CNN, Fox News, they're all reporting about it.
Yeah.
It covers a wide variety of subjects, all the way down to, like, copyright law.
See, that's where I was... that statement that he put out on Instagram. I forget. Oh, okay. So one of the quotes that he said was, in the early days of Fuck Jerry, there were not well-established norms for reposting and crediting users' content, especially in meme culture. So, what?
Oh, so he's saying that social media and the internet has always been kind of this wild west, and there's no strict regulations, guidelines, or laws on what is copyrighted or is infringing upon somebody's intellectual property when it's a meme or when somebody just takes an image and puts text on the top and bottom of it and pushes that onto their Twitter. Do they own that creation? If somebody else takes it and doesn't credit them or link back to their page, is that copyright infringement?
From what I read very shortly about copyright, number 5 on pointing out specifics about copyright and what could be specified as copyright writings or any audio or anything like that. Like number 5 was pictorial, graphic, and sculptural works. Number 6 was motion pictures and other audiovisual works. So that includes memes, because memes are pictures, audiographical works. Regardless of how the culture is, isn't it still copyright? Regardless of whether I put my watermark on it or not, if it was an original post from me, I should get the credit for it.
Yeah, they should mention you in the post and link back to your page.
So that should have been done from the get.
Yeah, if we're talking morals, because there's, like I said, there's really no guidelines for that. It's such a massive problem, and it's so easy to just take you can just repost anything from anywhere. You can do a Google image search, not know who made the meme.
Yeah, but I'm not making money off of it.
No, but if you're a big enough account and you've got advertisers on your account, you're an influencer, then you are.
Okay, see, that's my point.
Yeah.
If you are a company that does those sorts of things, that's already been established before Instagram was put into play.
Yeah.
So he already knew all of that stuff. How can you say that there was not well-established norms when there was already a norm for copyright laws?
Yeah, well, I agree with you completely on that. I think definitely, yes, this is a form of copyright infringement, or at least intellectual theft. You're stealing an idea that you didn't create or think of. You just liked it, and you didn't give any credit back. I think the problem is the ease. It's too easy to just take this form. Like a meme, like I said, you can just repost a meme anywhere, and it's super easy to do. It's a lot harder to like steal a video game or steal a painting or steal a car or steal the idea for the design of a car, like when you get into more material things or like classical copyright law, what we've been doing for hundreds of years, this is kind of a new frontier for it. The internet and social media. I definitely think, like, from a morality standpoint, it's definitely wrong what they're doing. It's not justifiable at all. They're stealing jokes.
Well, they're not doing it anymore. After he put out this statement, supposedly that they are doing everything to credit the people that they didn't credit before and pretty much to right their wrongs.
Do you think just putting the person's name at the bottom of the post is enough? Like, just giving them credit in the post?
Oh, no, because if you're making money off of it, they should get royalties from it because they help you make your money.
Yeah, well, and also, if Jerry Media has a massive following, or did, they lost a bunch after the story broke.
The Fire Festival shit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They literally were purging hundreds of thousands a day.
Oh, so I didn't know, but there was 2 documentaries that came out. There was a Netflix one and the Hulu one. And
Hulu
the Hulu
jumped
one,
the gun on Netflix.
The Hulu one is the one to watch. I've heard
they're both good, but the Hulu one is more
really
unbiased.
shows the whistleblower.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Fuck Jerry Media whistleblower and how Fuck Jerry Media knew the whole time that this was a failing show and event and this wasn't going to happen anyways, but continued to advertise for it.
Yeah. Yeah, they were losing money faster than they were bringing it in as far as like just setting up the basic preparations for the festival, like getting porta potties and water. They took some really sketchy loans based on some really sketchy numbers.
I mean, the dude's 27 years old. Elliot Tebele.
Tebele, yeah.
Tebele.
Yeah.
Elliot Tebele.
Elliot Tebele.
Yeah, he's only 27 years old, man.
It's pretty wild. He reminds me of Martin Shkreli a little bit. You remember the Pharma Bro guy from like a year or 2 ago?
Farmer Bro.
He was that douchebag that increased the price of a life-saving drug by like 600% overnight and made shit tons of money for it, and
How
then
the
got
fuck do you do
investigated for.
that?
He was not CEO. He might have been CEO, or he's a high up position for Pfizer, which is like this pharma corporation that produces this drug that it was to treat a rare condition that only a few 100,000 people have. Like, it's not this commonplace thing, so they need this drug. And he raised the price between like 600 and 800% overnight and just fucked these people and made a shit ton of money for it. And then afterwards, when he was being interviewed and investigated for it, he did all this crazy stuff in his interviews where this chick from Vice came to interview him, and he sat her down to play chess with her while she was interviewing him and was really condescending the whole time. And I think at one point called her stupid. And then,
What?
yeah.
So he like flipped the whole interview around and was like, I'm just gonna play mind games with you is what he did.
Yeah.
Distraction the whole time. He's just distracting her with this game of fucking chess and then being like condescending because she can't like focus.
Exactly. And then when Wu-Tang came out with that limited edition one press gold album, they were only ever going to make one of. There was some like they were going to withhold it for 20 years or something like that, but he bought it and won the bid for it. And then there was a giant controversy over that.
That he just like did all this shit just to get that Wu-Tang.
Yeah, and then he said he was never going to release it to the public. It was just for him, so we'll never get to hear the album.
What?
Yeah, so the fucking Elliot Tabelli guy reminds me a lot of the Martin Shkreli guy, where it's just like...
He was in it just to make money.
Yeah, exactly.
He was only in it for his personal
And that was the quote we
gains.
heard from him when we watched that one YouTube video. Was
for like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
It was literally the first thing that he fucking said in the
I've
video.
always wanted to be rich.
He was like, I don't know. I guess I just always wanted to make money. Okay, that's why you fucked over a whole bunch of people. Heard that. Makes perfect sense.
It's a similar personality type where they think they're not doing anything wrong because they're so fucking full of themselves.
Yeah. I mean, the dude was in college for like 2 years, the Hunter College, and then dropped out to go and started working at his brother Maurice's like cell phone business, like wholesale resale cell phone business. I guess there's always somebody out there for somebody else, and he has a wife and like a kid, you know, and is under all this like, and his wife is a part of it. She has, what is it, beige cardigan, I think is like her kind of opposite, it's a little bit more feminine Instagram like meme page that
beige cardigan.
Yeah, is also a part. Pretty good. I mean, the name is pretty fucking good. It standing for something. I don't remember what it was. If you look it up on Urban Dictionary, it'll tell you what it is.
Yeah, I feel old and left out now.
Yeah, yeah, I feel it. Yeah, that really, really kind of, because she didn't come around till like, I guess they started dating in 2011. And that's when all this stuff started blowing up too for him. Like, he went from Tumblr to Instagram, and then Instagram was where he really like kind of started getting bigger. He realized that the memes and stuff was more of a way to reach his, you know, community that he had. He was getting more comments and getting more likes instead of on like the flashy things like the sneakers and the clothes and stuff like that. So that's what really pushed him to make a meme page
of other people's memes.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It wasn't like, supposedly he had like people that were creating original content, but how much do you believe that?
I don't, and especially with that type of mindset going into it, where it's just about making the money. And if you're gonna call yourself a meme aggregator like that, where you're where everybody goes to for the memes, then you need to be linking back to the creators.
Oh yeah,
even if they're hired within your own company, like you've got a team of people creating them. Credit those people.
Yeah, oh yeah. Give them what they deserve, for real. I mean, you would pay a comedian to make jokes, right? You pay a comedian to come into your establishment and to bring a crowd, and that's exactly what these other people are doing. You know, they're creating their own original content and putting it out on their own page. You're going and stealing it and saying that it's your own and making money off of it and getting even more followers, and they're still sitting back there like, that should be me. I should be making money off of this. I should be getting followers. I make all these jokes, but you're getting all the credit for it.
Yeah.
That's basic shit. Literally, this is basic shit. How are you telling me that even in like 2014, when this really kind of all started, that this wasn't a thing that people were concerned about, or that he didn't realize that that was a thing to be concerned about?
Yeah, well, even if you just stop and think about it for a few seconds, you run into this issue of there being a gap between the power structures of people who have like a high amount of followers, and let's say you're this person who has 150 followers, and you come up with this really funny meme or joke, and it goes viral, but then Fuck Jerry Media sees it and puts it up on their page. They have so many more followers than you. So that viral post that everybody that liked that you made is now getting more eyes on it on a different account, and you're not getting the credit for it. So you could have gained however many followers from that, but Fuck Jerry Media not only stole your post, but stole your potential eyes and followers. So now your viral post is costing you, not costing, but Fuck Jerry Media is costing you potential follows.
I wonder where it gets to the point where people start thinking that, your shit is a repost of theirs.
That's exactly what happened and made this story blow the fuck up.
Oh, really?
The Fire Festival documentaries definitely gave us an insight to who this guy was and his background dealings before the copyright stuff started coming out and people started getting pissed off about their stuff getting stolen. But this dude on YouTube that I was telling you about, Vic Berger, has this whole 20-minute video about how he posted something, Fuck Jerry Media stole it. He complained about it, nothing got done. So then he put his stolen shit from their site back in another video. They copyright strike him for taking his stuff back, and then YouTube tries to take him down. And then he has to make a whole explanation video complaining about the whole thing.
That's ridiculous.
He has to whistleblow on YouTube, being like, "You guys don't know about this already?"
Oh my god.
Yeah. It's to the point where the thief is getting the credit.
That's what I'm talking about. That's where I'm saying it's already gotten to that point. That's ridiculous. Is that gonna go to court? Is that gonna be like a court case? Is that really gonna be a thing?
That's an interesting question because I think even Joe Rogan had the CEO of Twitter on his show recently.
And he got shit for that.
Yeah, but it was a really boring episode. It was really hard to listen to.
I didn't listen to it, honestly. I heard him in the next couple episodes explain.
He's done nothing but explain it for the next 4 episodes.
Oh yeah,
it's really annoying.
Yeah,
yeah. I love Joe, but recent episodes have been really fucking annoying. Anyway, my point with that was
I like Travis Barker's. That was pretty fun.
Travis Barker was good. That was a great episode.
Yeah, sorry.
That dude's super inspiring.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, I don't think there's any law. I mean, there's proposed legislation by, I think Nancy Pelosi and Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez has some legislation that involves, internet regulation and dealing with copyright law for the internet. So there are people trying to push that, but I don't think there's anything set in stone yet. So a lot of it falls on these social media companies like Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, and YouTube. It's up to the teams and algorithms that they have here to police their own websites. And that becomes a question of, what's okay to say and what's not okay to say. It's no longer about copyright. Once you get there, it's about free speech. Those are kind of the two, arguing sides of this. Is there's people saying, the internet is this Wild West where I should be able to say and do whatever I want. Then there's other people who are like, you can't steal my stuff. And then there's even more extreme people who are like, you can't say that. So it's so many fucking sides of an issue, all fighting about kind of the same thing. And there's no laws right now.
No, people should be credited, I think.
Oh, for sure.
I think people should be credited for their shit. Think about it in the way of, if we created this podcast and then somebody literally just took our audio and then, maybe flipped it around, added, put our first subject last and then put the last subject that we talk about first, and then just pushed it out and said it was their own. And we were like, what the fuck? And then whatever platform that we pushed it out to was we were like, oh, they stole our shit. And they're like, oh, no, actually, you stole their shit. And then flipped it. Oh my God, dude, I would flip my lid, dude.
Yeah.
I would go insane. There's no way.
Yeah. I agree with you. If somebody took our audio and flipped it and changed it around a little bit. Here's the thing: is that's how people get away with it right now, especially on YouTube. I don't know if you've ever like tried to watch streams of South Park, Family Guy, other TV show, like especially animated shows. You can find a lot of those on illegal streams on YouTube, but they either speed it up just a little bit, change the colors just a little bit, mirror it so everything's happening on the opposite side.
Yeah.
And that's just to get past the copyright algorithm where it's like, this isn't exactly this, so it passes. And you can even do things where like you just use snippets of things and then gargle the audio and then bring it back in for another 3 seconds. And that's how like a lot of these music review channels get away with it too.
Yeah.
Where like they'll listen to a song and react to it, but they stop it like every 10 seconds. And it's to try and beat the algorithm on YouTube being like, I'm not playing this song.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty smart.
Well, and it gets into like, is it okay if it's transformative in nature? Like, if I take your thing and I add enough to it to make it a new entertaining thing, then am I violating copyright, or did I just morph it into something new?
That depends on if you give credit to the people that you got, anything that you used from.
Yeah.
You still have to credit those people and be like, I got the audio or I got the video from these people, and then kind of flipped it around and made it my own. But if you want to see the original video, this is where you go. And then if you start making money off of it, you still used somebody else's original shit. You still have to credit them and do what is necessary, I feel like.
I feel like that makes sense. I honestly, a lot of the story, I'm a little confused on why, like, it's not just common sense of like, yeah, we should be crediting people. This is something that got drilled in our heads since school.
The whole thing, dude.
Cite your sources, motherfuckers.
That's all I thought about. I like heard my teacher like banging a hammer in the back of my head that was like, cite your fucking sources.
Bibliography.
I was like, fuck, I can't put wiki in here,
Yeah.
That was my issue. Like, even before, when I just heard about what it was about and what the issue was, I immediately was like, why is this even a fucking thing?
And it's not the first time it's happened either, which is why it was so surprising to me that it came up again. You remember the fat Jewish story, right?
Oh, the fat Jew?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was the same thing. Taking people's memes and jokes, posting them without credit, and taking credit for them. And then when he got called out, it was like, no, and this giant shitstorm, and then he had to finally apologize and step away, but he's still kind of a fucking shithead.
Yeah.
I think that's what's going to happen with this guy, too, is he's just going to continue being a shithead and continue kind of getting away with it.
Oh, fucking perfect.
Yay.
I don't think so. I think that he's getting enough, like, buzz and shit. Well, I don't know, man. The dude has created his own tequila. I don't know if you know that or not.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
But he seems like the kind of guy that has his fingers in enough different pies that he'll be okay with whatever scam he's running.
Oh, yeah, because he's got other shit now.
Yeah.
Guess what the tequila's called?
Elliot Tabelli. Fire Festival. Tabelli Fire?
Mm.
Wouldn't that be perfect if you just... My name, the thing I fucked up. Tabelli Fire.
It sadly is not called Fuck Jerry.
Oh,
that would
be great,
That
too.
would have been great. But it's spelled Jaja, pronounced
Yaya?
ha-ha.
Ha-ha. Oh, that's the internet thing that people do on 4chan.
What?
People type ja instead of ha 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 on 4chan. Or in some of the boards they do. It's not a
well, aren't
site-wide
you guys just so fucking special?
You guys, don't me lump in.
I didn't mean you.
Those fucking trolls.
Well, you know about it.
Yeah, I do know about it.
Oh, so you are a part of it.
I've never posted anything on 4chan. Man, this sounds like I'm super defensive right now.
Oh, yeah.
But no,
yeah.
I had a friend in high school who was like real into that shit post culture, and he just thought all of like it leaked into his own life.
Oh, no shit.
He just thought everything was a joke constantly, and he's kind of the same like trolly shithead as the guys we're talking about he grew up into.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, it does suck.
Poor guy.
Yeah. I don't know. Not all of 4chan's bad. I don't want to paint it that way. I just...
So I do want to give a little credit to that, to the whistleblower, actually. ORENSLAW. Aks. So I'm gonna try and pronounce this. I think it's Oren Axe
Okay.
is his name, but he was the guy on the Hulu documentary about the Fire Festival that was trying to tell everybody, or that knew about all of this stuff that was going on while the Fire Festival was trying to be a thing.
The Fire Festival.
Yeah, he's the one who says that Jerry Media knows how terrible the event was going to be, but continued to advertise for it.
I totally believe it. I mean, just based on their actions and behavior leading up to everything, that makes sense.
Oh yeah.
I still need to watch both documentaries. I'm gonna make that part of my to-do list.
Oh, you want to know a really fucked up thing? So after the Hulu documentary came out, Elliot Tabelli decided to start a GoFundMe for the Bahamian workers and stuff.
Oh.
Yeah. But this is a year and a half after.
Everything's already fucked and done with.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so why the fuck didn't you? He's just trying to save his ass.
Yeah,
That's
it's PR.
Fucking douche.
It's all just public image and trying to make yourself look like you didn't do anything wrong.
I know this isn't really an inspiring subject, but I hope it is an inspiring subject to remind you not to copyright, or if you do, use other people's shit to,
We're doing a podcast where we're sharing ideas, and we'd like, if you like our ideas or disagree with them, that you'd credit us with where that came from. Like,
shit, not even us, but anybody.
Yeah,
shit.
That's just,
don't steal people's shit.
Yeah,
that is the main thing of this, and
So-
then we'll all be good. At least
agree.
credit people for what they did. Fucking fuck Jerry, dude.
It's hard to have anything positive to say about that, other than like hopefully moving forward, we can get some norms in place where people don't do this shit anymore.
Dude, he has a game.
Of course he does.
He has a game, and it's called What Do You Meme?
Ah,
Oh
fuck.
yeah. Oh yeah. So now, are the memes that are in that game stolen too? Were those original memes that y'all created? Well, okay, so the game is really like they give you a picture and then you just try and write a funny saying to it. As far as I know, and whoever comes up with the funniest one is who wins.
Oh, so he's
Something along
basically
those lines.
crowdsourcing memes he can steal.
Oh yeah, because you know that people are gonna like post their funny shit that they get off the game. He's gonna be like, "Oh yeah, that was funny, stolen."
And probably justifying it like, I created the platform that you created that meme on, so it's mine.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh fuck yeah, definitely.
Huh. I have a question for you about memes.
Sure.
If there's a meme that's been around long enough that we all know, like the Forever Alone face, you know what I'm talking about? The really ugly, sad potato head guy?
Yeah.
I have no idea who originally came up with that. And at a certain point, what do you do about that? Where everybody just kind of uses that and accepts that it's everyone's now. Like, it's been around for so long that we don't bother thinking about even crediting anybody for it. What do you do in that case? Is that just public domain now? After a certain amount of time?
That is a good question. That is a really good question.
How long does a meme belong to you before it just becomes the public's?
That is a really good question, actually. I don't know.
I've never really thought about it much before until all of this happened.
Yeah, good point. Man, I'm sure that if you're a big advertising or a big company and you have, a shit ton of followers and all this stuff, like you could figure out who created the first one, and then I guess it all depends. Oh, see, then there's copyright laws where it's like you have to register your shit.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's what Campbell's was trying to do recently, where they're trying to copyright the word chunky so that nobody else could use it.
What?
Yeah, because they have their chunky line of soups, and I guess Progresso was like creeping up on their chunky market, so they were like, nah, that's our word.
Dude.
And they brought
No.
this crazy case to the copyright office, too, where, like you said, you have to register it, you have to have all this filing. So they did all this research where they found a bunch of, like, rap songs. I think Ghostface Killah has a verse where he references Chunky Campbell soup in the song, and they're bringing this all as evidence that, like, no, this is in culture, that Campbell's is Chunky and Chunky is Campbell's. You can't separate the two.
What the fuck?
So we might live in a future here soon where you can't say Chunky without giving Campbell some money.
No shit.
Yeah.
Quit saying the fucking word.
Oh,
first
shit,
of all.
sorry.
Yeah.
Fuck, I just cost us so much money
Yeah.
probably in the future. Like, that's $1 million mistake right there.
God damn it, Wes.
I love you, Campbell's. I'm sorry.
Just as soon as we started this, it ends.
I buy all your products. I've been eating Campbell's soup since I was like 2.
Dude, me and my fiance had one of my comfort foods is grilled cheese and tomato soup.
Oh, dude, yeah.
Yeah, dude.
When I was sick, Mom would make that for me all the time.
When I was younger, my mom would sit me down and she'd watch all of her soaps, Days of Our Lives and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of the things that we ate was the tomato soup and grilled cheese. And so that's what I think about when I eat tomato soup and grilled cheese, is sitting at home with my mom, waiting for my brother to get home from like daycare or whatever, and watching her fucking soaps with her.
We're off the rails a little bit, but that reminds me, do you remember around, like, when you were watching soaps with your mom or just hearing it in the background, there was like General Hospital, Days of Our Lives, and a couple others. But on one of those, it started out as a normal soap where they were just like at a hospital, or it was just like high society drama or whatever. And then eventually, all of a sudden, there was vampires, like one season. And it was just like the main dude was now a vampire, and he was turning other families into vampires, and it was like,
no shit.
That became the whole plot point all of a sudden. I think General Hospital had like a couple seasons where it was vampires.
No shit.
Yeah.
That's fucking funny. No, I don't think my mom ever watched General Hospital. I think it was God damn, there was Days of Our Lives and then something else, man. Started with an A maybe.
I don't know. I know there's another one that my mom watched too, and I can't remember what it was.
It went
All My Children. All My Children.
Was that?
That was the one my mom watched, was All My Children.
Okay. that kind of sounds like it's it, but man,
I think that's the one that went vampire. Because that was the one that was more about like the feuding families in the town.
Oh, okay.
Or I'm just misremembering childhood, and I made my mom's soaps like way more entertaining in my head.
Oh, that is very well possible, because going back and watching them now, I'm just like, this is horrible acting. First of all,
low bar.
Oh yeah.
Like entertainment.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But I can see if you're like, housewife sipping on wine,
or just like folding clothes in bed, and you just kind of, it's something to tune out to.
Fold your clothes in bed?
Yeah.
Okay.
You never done that?
No, I can't say that I've folded my, like, are you under the covers or just like?
Yeah. So you just get your basket full of clothes, you dump it on the bed, like kind of next to you and a little down, like by your knees.
Okay.
And then get under the covers, and then you just fold clothes around you until you're done.
And then you get up
and
moving the blanket, which
no.
inevitably moves the rest of the clothes and makes them all fall down, and then you have to refold them, getting back under the blanket. It's just a whole process.
You're making this way more complicated than it really is. I sleep on the right side of the bed, so
you're making it way more complicated.
I just fold everything to the left of me and get off on the right. And then the closet's on the left side of the room, so I just walk around the bed and everything's right there, waist level for me to grab and put in the closet.
The whole under the blanket thing just seems like an extra step, though.
You don't have to be under the blanket.
And you're on the bed, though?
Yeah.
And why don't you just put the clothes away, like fold them?
I'm sitting up in bed with my back against the backboard.
Okay. Comfortability.
Yeah, I've got a pillow behind me.
Understandable.
There's a TV in front of me.
Okay.
And maybe I'm listening to a podcast and I don't have the TV on and I'm just folding clothes in bed. I mean, I'm always sitting when I'm folding clothes. Why not sit in bed?
Good point. This is a good point.
I knew you'd come around.
I'd never done it. It was just something a little new to me,
Try it out.
I will.
Try it out.
I heard that saying again, and I think I'm going to kind of like implement it into my life. I'll try everything once, Just try it out.
Piss on me. Beat me. Try it out.
I'm definitely not going to piss on you. I'm just putting that out there. That one I'm not going to try at all.
You'll beat me, though.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I wanted to see where the line was.
Yeah, I won't piss on you afterwards. Like, I'm not going to be a dick, beat the fuck out of you and then, like, piss on you. Like, I feel like that's a little too far.
That's like ultimate too far, where you beat somebody up and then while they're still down, you're just like, and now I'm pissing on you.
I mean, unless they like killed your family or something like that.
Well, okay.
But then at that point, I'm just gonna kill you. So
I didn't realize we were going that far.
What I was using that extreme because there's nothing in between to where you can be like.
There's a lot in between.
Okay, name one.
Are we getting caca involved? Can we get some scat going?
So, like, are you saying if somebody like throws poo at you, you go and beat the shit out of them?
in your mother's mouth. while you watch and then killed your family. Is that somewhere?
I'm just gonna kill
the
you.
spectrum?
I'm just gonna kill you. See,
Okay.
that was worse than just killing your family.
Okay, so now that's
Now
in the
you
middle.
made me watch it. Now I'm definitely gonna kill you. I
Well,
can see. Okay, so like, okay, this is I feel where you were talking about like the middle ground is like
Yeah.
somebody throws poo at you, like they're riding by on their bicycle, okay, and they just happen to have some poop in their hand. So
They just happen to have some poop in there.
they just, maybe they were riding and they kind of stood up and just stuck their hand down the back of their pants,
They're
pooped
wearing
in it
some
real
like
quick.
riding shorts, and it just kind of fell out through the
Oh
leg
yeah,
hole.
yeah. So they pulled it out and they were just like, fuck this shit, and threw it at you. You chase them down, beat the fuck out of them, and then you're like, well, I don't have to poo right now, so I'll just pee on you.
I guess that feels like middle ground.
Yeah.
Okay. We can settle on that.
I just proved your point, even though I disagreed with you at first.
That's how I do it. I just say things until people agree with me.
You never actually come up with your own solutions. You just keep saying things, and then people will come up with their own solutions.
Yeah, you talk yourself into it.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just like a board or a wall for you to bounce things off.
This is the whole point of the podcast, like we're gonna just say all this stupid shit, and inevitably, inevitably.
That's a hard word.
I know.
Inevitably.
I'm gonna fucking get it, dude. I can't.
Indubitably.
Indubitably, inevitably.
There it is.
Yeah. Inevitably. I don't even remember what we were talking about.
I'm gonna drop a horn noise in there.
Oh god, like one of the DJ horns.
Yeah.
Oh shit. What were we talking about?
Fuck, we went way off.
Inevitably was the word I was trying to use. I don't remember what the sentence was.
It all started because I challenged you on something, and then it was like, we're gonna beat each other up instead of pissing on each other.
So
Try it out.
We're saying all this stupid shit, and inevitably, you guys will come up with smart shit because you listen to us say so much stupid shit all the time. You're just like, I want to do something good. I want to create something good because everything I hear from these guys is shit.
The point of the podcast is to find the golden needle in the shit stack of hay.
Yeah. And hopefully that brightens your day,
Yeah.
makes you a little bit more inspirational.
Brightens your skies, makes them a little more blue.
Yeah, there you go. He used the name.
It's in the movie.
Yeah. I like it when movies say the name of the movie in the movie. It just makes me feel like they are really speaking to me, and the fact that they know that I'm watching the movie, and it's gonna make me feel good. It's gonna make me feel, because it's gonna remind me what movie I'm watching, and that's really nice.
I came to it because I liked the title.
Yeah, and then you said the title, and it was all over.
They did what I liked.
I like when shows break the fourth wall, though, but they gotta do it right.
Oh,
Gotta do it right for it to be right.
I've really been enjoying going back and finding video games that do that, like earlier examples, because it's kind of like an overplayed thing now where they have to do it really well for it to work.
Oh, even now in movies or TV shows, it's got to be done right, or else it's just kind of like, meh, okay.
Yeah, it feels a little cheesy.
Yeah, like Deadpool 1 and 2. I would say 1 and 2 did really good fourth walls. The first one, definitely. There was one point where he breaks the fourth wall, and I was like laughing my ass off after the movie.
Yeah.
Like, we're like walking out of the movie, and I'm still laughing. Like, I don't even remember what the rest of the movie would happened. I just remember that one funny joke, and it was it.
One of my favorites that I've ever seen was Metal Gear Solid 2 has a moment in it where you're fighting a boss, and the only way to beat him is to actually physically unplug your controller from the controller port and plug it into player 2. Because the game makes it seem like your port stopped working on player 1 and forces you to play as player 2. So you literally have to, like, mid-fight, go to your console and unplug and plug back in as a different player.
What the fuck?
To continue the fight. And then there's another moment in it where it reads your save files, and it knows what games you've played. I think it was Metal Gear Solid. or this might be a different game, but it knows what games you've played and will reference it throughout while you're playing and being like, I see that you didn't beat Spyro, Year of the Dragon or something. It'll make fun of you for not beating games.
No shit.
Yeah.
Fuck that. No.
Mm.
No. No.
I like shit like
Then you're
that.
gonna piss me off. And then I'm gonna turn that game off and go back and beat Spyro and then come back and be like, what the fuck do you got to say now?
Yeah.
Oh, I heard you didn't beat Crash Bandicoot. Son of a bitch!
Yeah, and then there was even like if you did certain things in the previous games and still had those save files on your computer or not computer, but on your console, it would berate you for making certain decisions in the past game. Like
Oh, fuck you.
and one of the games, I think it's the third or fourth game, it's a prequel to the first game. So if you kill this guy from the first game in the prequel, the game will berate you for creating a time paradox where this guy has to exist for the first game to even happen.
What?
Yeah, so it's like you just created a paradox, motherfucker. You messed up the game's timeline.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
That's cool.
It
That's
is pretty
fucking
neat.
cool. That is pretty cool.
hey, I like that. That's pretty neat.
It's pretty neat. I like the things that you do over there.
Yeah.
We should get together and do some more things like that. I think I should get into like voice acting for real. I think that would be really fun.
Oh, it seems like so much fun.
Oh yeah, dude. Are you kidding me? I could sit in front of a microphone all fucking day and do different voices. And the more and more that like you fuck around with your voice, the more and more you're gonna learn. You know, like I've talked about this before, but being at work, definitely I'm still learning like different voices I can do, different accents and stuff like that, and trying it out. And there's a lot I can't do, but I feel like the more and more that you do it, the more and more you would practice, it would fucking work out.
I've
Real.
noticed, yeah, if I practice voices for a while, I can eventually get one that I really like down. It just takes some work.
Yeah.
I highly recommend if you haven't seen it. I'm not sure if it's still on Netflix. It might be on Hulu or something. You can find it on YouTube maybe. There's this documentary called I Know That Voice, and it's all about voice acting from and a lot of it's late 80s, early 90s cartoons from our childhood.
Okay.
So like voice actors that you'd be like, oh my god, that's my child. I get to see the face. And
Yeah,
the
see, I would
personality
love that
goes-
shit. I will definitely look that up.
It's amazing. It was done by a comedian / voice actor. I forget the guy who did it, but the main director on it just has this passion for it that you can tell watching it that it's all about just how much fun and enjoyment goes into the process of
Oh,
voice
man.
acting and all the personality. Like the dude from Ed, Edd and Eddie that voices Eddie is just like Eddie. Like his,
Oh yeah. I saw his face, and it was like one of those like quick clips, and it was like voice actors from your past, and like
Yeah.
you look at him, you're like, oh my god,
yeah,
holy
yeah.
shit, like
That guy is Eddie.
Yeah, dude. Like,
Yeah. It's awesome.
Oh my god. I would love to get into voice acting for real. I think that'd be something I'm gonna look into at some point. If once this gets bigger and stuff, I'm gonna definitely try and get out into like some shows or something. I don't ever want to really do like me acting, like I don't want my face to be out there. It's not a pretty face. Plus I got fucked up teeth, so like I'm just not trying to put that out there. I can be behind cartoons. That'll work for me. That'll be good.
Yeah.
Keep my face off the TV, but keep my voice out there. You'll know who I am, but to actually know who I am, you'll have to like research. Be like, oh, who's the voice actor behind, this? And then you're like, oh, and then if you see me on the street, you'll know who I am. But if you just fucking watch SpongeBob and don't look up who the voice actor of SpongeBob is, you'll never know.
Yeah.
If you see them on the street, you'll just think they're another fucking person. That's kind of what I want. I don't want to be that super famous, Anybody knows who I am. They know my face. You might know my voice, but other than that,
Yeah, that's why I like doing this. And also, like when I've really liked a podcast and then I look up a picture of the person who's doing the podcast that I like, I'm like, oh, that's not who I pictured at all. It always surprises me.
Henry Sabrowski
Oh, yeah.
is fucking matches his voice so perfectly. It was almost exactly what I was picturing, honestly.
His wife, I think her name's Jackie. She has a podcast too.
Yeah.
fucking same person out. Like it's almost like female Henry or Henry is male her. Like
No shit.
it's crazy. And then also you see a picture of her and you're like, yep, they go together.
I'll have to look that up, man. I've never seen a picture of her, but I do know because they've been like pushing it on their podcast recently.
Yeah.
So like I do know that Jackie does a podcast too. But I had never looked her up either, and I just recently looked up everybody on the last podcast to see what they look like. And Brian Kissel,
Ben Kissel.
Ben Kissel,
It's okay.
Ben Kissel. Sorry, Ben Kissel.
Sorry, Brian. Love your podcast.
He's like, fuck you.
No, we really do though.
No, I really do love that podcast. I listen to it all the time, dude.
It's great.
I just went back and listened to their Biggie and Tupac. It's alright.
Yeah.
The Biggie and Tupac episodes were really good. Really good. I really enjoyed those. Definitely get a lot more information about it if you're somebody like me who you kind of know about it, but I had never done any like personal research on it. They give you a lot of insight into it. And I kind of start to think that Puffy was the one who put the hit out.
Yeah. It does not make him look good at the end.
Oh, no, not at all. Not at all.
I mean, not that a lot of the things that he's done made him look good. But
Yeah, that is a good point, too. Like, there were a few points where they were like, yeah, Puffy is kind of,
kind of a bad guy.
Yeah, just a little bit, but he wasn't seen like that, like being in music videos and shit like that. So, there's just a different feel, but I really do enjoy, what's the other?
Marcus Parks, Ben Kissel, and Henry Zabrowski.
Yeah, Marcus Park. He was one of those voices, like, his face, I couldn't picture it. Like, Ben Kissel and Henry, I could kind of picture what they look like, but nah, Mark, no. When I saw his face, I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Seemed pretty average. Sorry. I'm really sorry.
It
I don't
could
mean that
be
bad.
anybody.
Yeah, I don't mean that in a bad way, but I'm just saying.
Well, that's kind of what we're talking about is like why voice acting is so attractive, or why podcasting, or being a radio DJ. Like all of that is, you get inspired by the voice, and then you see the face. And sometimes it matches up exactly to what you thought it would be, and other times it's like, whoa, I didn't expect that at all.
Oh yeah, 99.7 The Blitz.
Yeah,
like looking up them.
All those people, you're like, whoo.
Whoa, yeah. Yeah, oh, yeah. Yeah, dude, I was like, what? Wait, what?
Yeah.
Oh, word?
Uh-huh.
Okay, I'm just going to walk over here.
It's pretty crazy how our brains create, like, these images just based on audio. Like,
yeah, I was wondering about, like, how are people going to, like, picture us?
Yeah.
Hearing us, that was something that definitely, like, was on my mind.
Listeners, write in. What do you think we look like?
Or draw in.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, if you haven't looked up what we look like yet and you don't know, like, draw it in. I want to know. I would love to see that.
And we'll have more socials coming at you here in the next few episodes. We'll keep you updated on all that.
Fucking hopefully, if Instagram will ever get off our fucking dick.
Hey, Instagram, we know you're listening. Get off our dick.
Yeah, for real, dude. Like, I can't take it anymore.
If anybody knows why Instagram would be saying that we can't sign up with an email that we just created, then shoot us a message, because we can't figure it out.
And the Instagram Help Center does not help you at all.
There's not even a person you can contact if you try.
Yeah.
They're just, fuck you.
See, that's another thing with, like, the social media. Like, in order to, like, I can't call somebody from Instagram and be like, hey, I'm having this issue, and they'll correct my issue for me, like I can with, like, my bank account, or something like that. So why is that not a thing?
It kind of goes back to what I was saying before, where we're still, like, within the first 30 years of mainstream internet, so it's new. We don't have the rules yet.
I guess.
It's not like a telecom company or like your phone plan or anything like that.
It fucking should be.
Where, like, there's one multi-billion-dollar company that is beholden to its consumers and to its board and its executives and all that, shareholders. The internet's a little different.
I mean, good. Okay, but we're not talking about the internet, though. We're talking about these specific companies.
Yeah, I think the way Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, even like Facebook is a really good example because it got all the way up to them having like a Senate hearing with Mark Zuckerberg. And you see like these 40, 50, 60-year-old Congress people not knowing how to ask questions about technology to this guy who's basically like this techno robot. And
Yeah.
he's like socially awkward whiz kid that's trying to answer these questions to these older people that don't know how to legislate on this problem.
So the way that it was kind of portrayed to me when I would see videos about it was that like Mark didn't know how to answer these questions because he
Did you see in the one part where he picked up a cup like basically like Trump did in that one?
Oh
video
yeah,
thing?
yeah.
Sipped it with 2 hands.
Yeah.
I don't know how to be human and drink water.
Which, if you're somebody who's like socially awkward, that can, you don't even notice that you're doing it. It's just things that you just start doing out of the
Yeah.
blue. So, like, I can kind of understand that, but the way that it was portrayed to me was that Mark didn't know how to answer these questions because he didn't. Like, what I saw was he was like, would you like to give out your personal email? And he was like, well, no. He was like, okay, well, what about, like, the past, 50 messages that you've sent in the past couple days? Like, what hotel are you staying at?
Yeah, your
And
location.
Yeah,
from the
your
last few
location,
days.
everything. He was like, can you tell us all of that right now? And he was like, well, no, I'd rather not give that information. And then they're like, okay, so why are you giving out other people's information like that? Why is that a thing to other companies is the issue. Like if Instagram or Facebook keeps all of that information to themselves, it doesn't really matter because they've signed up, for the privacy policy, whatever. By clicking I agree, you're allowing Facebook to take in that information, but are they allowed to push it out to other companies or advertising companies?
If you ever saw the Facebook movie, there's a really good podcast called Behind the Bastards that recently did an explainer episode on Mark Zuckerberg and Facebook and its rise to prominence and how it all kind of came to be and the controversy surrounding it all now. Does this deep dive into why he's kind of a dickhead, Mark Zuckerberg.
Okay.
And he's always had this philosophy, even like in creating Facebook from the start, where it was just like this college message board. Or before that, when it was to rate the hotness of students, is how it started out.
So like Tinder.
Well, it wasn't a dating thing. It was more like Mark Zuckerberg had access to the college's servers, so he could get a picture and a name of every student there, because he had access to it, kind of illegally. So he creates this database where you could hot or not everybody, basically, and then it would
shit.
create a ranking of everybody in the school. So this gets out and becomes this highly popular but controversial thing. So his whole thing always has been, do it first, fix the issues later. Don't worry about the morality or the problems of it because we're changing the world. That's his philosophy, is this is for the better of the world, even if it causes problems right now. So he makes all these really bad decisions on privacy because he thinks he's saving the world somehow.
How?
Because he thinks communication is the ultimate answer. And I kind of don't disagree with him on that, but I think the way he's going about it is destructive.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I
Yeah.
definitely think that it's more about his own personal ego and kind of like making sure that he does create something that changes the world without really looking at what the effects are of it.
In his eyes, everybody else is an idiot right now, too, because so far, Facebook is a success. Like, despite all the controversy, he has one of the largest platforms in the world right now. So even with all the controversy, I kind of get the feeling that he's like, yeah, but fuck you guys.
Great.
Like, he has to have this public persona of, I'm sorry, but I think in the back of his head, he's always just kind of going, I'm doing this no matter what you say.
That's
That's the read I get of him.
Thanks, Mark.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I don't know why we got on Mark Zuckerberg. Oh, because we were talking about the effects of social media.
Yeah, you want to take a break?
Yeah, I'm fine with
An
that.
hour into it.
Sounds good, man. We'll be back.
What's up, everyone? Austin here. I hope you are enjoying this episode. If you are, follow us on Insta at blueskiespod. That's BlueSkiespod. Or on Facebook, just search for Blue Skies from the Basement. If you would like to support us, you can donate at our Patreon. That's patreon.com/blueskiesfromthebasement. Have a great day and stay safe. Later. So, yeah, being, Facebook and all that shit, I just think that there should be, certain rules and regulations put into play in order for people to feel protected. And I think that's a basic moral that we should have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For real. Privacy is a major thing. I mean, we're at a point with this technology that basically have no privacy anywhere anymore. So the least a company could do to try to provide you a sense of privacy instead of just stealing all your data all the time. Like, I'm wary of anything that's free now because I know that I'm the product.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, privacy's dead.
Nothing's really free because you get the game, but then there's so many in-game purchases that you can't really get through the game without purchasing shit.
Yeah.
Or you have to spend hours upon hours upon hours trying to build up money and credits and shit in order to even get
just
a small
grinding.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did that with CarX drift racing, for the PC.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to do that. I just sat there and just grinded out. Just did the same track over and over and over again till I got it perfect, and then kept doing it over and over and over again until I got a shit ton of money, and then was like, I can go spend all that shit.
There was one of
So I have 600 hours on the fucking game.
Yeah, people can get lost in that shit. There was one of those simulator games that I think it was like Railroad Simulator or something, where the microtransactions got so out of hand that every little piece that every little cog and interior handle and thing was sold as a separate item.
Oh no shit!
So it was over 30,000 items that you could buy, or 300,000, something crazy like that. And
no shit. Was it were the microtransactions pennies on the dollar?
No. Some of them were reasonably priced, but a lot of them were $5, $6, $7, maybe even $10, $15, depending on what it was. And I think when you added it all up, if you were to buy everything, it was outrageous. I want to say it was almost $1 million is the number that I read. This was a while ago that I read this, but yeah, in certain games, microtransactions just get out of hand, and there was a giant backlash for that game. I'm pretty sure it was Railroad Simulator, where they just priced every little item. It was crazy.
No shit.
Yeah.
Hey, at least a podcast doesn't have microtransactions.
Yeah. That'd be weird. What would we be selling people besides more podcast?
I don't know. No, it'd be for every 30 minutes or something, you gotta pay $1 to listen to it. Yeah, I'm definitely not doing that. That'd be so fucked up. You get to 30 minutes into the episode, it's if you would like to continue, please, put so much money in.
Ah, dude, that's awful.
Oh yeah, it's an automated message too.
I'd rather just put TV commercials in between us talking, for Sprite or something. I'd rather listen to that than be pay 10 cents to continue listening.
At least we could be making money off of it too. For advertising and shit.
Sprite, sponsor us.
Yeah, there you go. No, I don't know if I want Sprite to sponsor us.
Dude, Sprite's awesome.
I enjoy a nice crisp Sprite, but
the bold flavor of a Sprite.
The bold flavor of a Sprite. I don't know, the whole thing with the Sprite cranberry, and I don't know, it's just too big of a company for me. I'd rather get somebody Careless or somebody like that to sponsor us.
That makes way more sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, see? Get some local companies to do the sponsoring and shit instead of some big company that's already got 500 sponsorships or
I
something.
mean, I guess if you want to take all the fun out of it and be serious, then yeah, we can do that. That makes way more sense logically. It'd be financially more viable than trying to. Okay. I wanted to talk to you about this. Have you heard anything at all about the senator in Virginia, this Ralph Northam guy?
Nope, I'm not into politics, so no, I did not.
Okay. Let me fill you in on this because it's a circus, and it's one that normally politics and all that news just drives me nuts and makes me very angry. And like we talked about last episode, I end up having to filter a lot of it out just to stay sane.
Yeah.
This one's fun, kind of, and it breaches a lot of topics that we've talked about already. And I think it brings those topics to the surface so that we can talk about them in like a real world instance. So this dude, he's running for the Virginia senatorial campaign. There's 4 other people running against him, or maybe it's 4 people total that are running. So it comes out that he has this yearbook photo up on his Facebook, and like, you know, you have the albums, and this is my yearbook album, and here's all the photos from that. So there's this picture on there where it comes out that he's either the guy that's wearing blackface, or he's the guy standing next to him in the picture that's in full KKK clan hood and robe and everything.
This was in his yearbook photos?
Yeah.
Like his school yearbook, like published a book. And
yeah.
This was one of the photos that was in it.
So this guy's like 50-something.
God.
So he went to high school, or it was a while ago, and it was the kind of thing where like maybe it wasn't the norm to do that, but it was on the edge of acceptable. Or maybe even acceptable still then. I don't know.
No shit.
I don't think... People had to have known that shit was still, like... You were being a dick, and you were being racist by doing that. People had to have known.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Anyway, so... This comes out. The dude immediately gets behind it. First day, he releases a written statement that says, I deeply apologize. I'm super sorry, you guys. I don't know which one in the picture I am, but clearly I did this.
You don't know my ass.
So he takes responsibility for it and apologizes, and he basically says like, "This is not the person I am now," because he's trying to. He's in this race to be senator, so he wants to win. He wants to continue his campaign.
Well, that's good.
Immediately, everybody starts asking for him to resign and step down and all that shit.
He's like, "No, I'm a changed man. Like, I'm not whatever I was. I mean, I'm not the blackface, and I'm not the KKK member anymore. You know.
I want to point out,
senator.
Right. I want to point out too that the picture it's like full blackface and full robe and hood clanned out. Like
it's unmistakable.
It's clearly fucked up and racist. Anyway, so the defense that I've heard is like it was the Times. Second day, he releases a video statement. So for whatever reason, he didn't feel like his written statement was enough that he released to the press. He has to put out like a video of him apologizing. And it's basically the same thing over again.
Yeah.
Where he's apologizing. He's got his wife there in the video, I think.
Oh, really being like sympathetic, you know. I'm a family man now. Like, I don't believe in...
I might be mistaken if she was there in the video, and the only reason I might be mistaken is because he definitely had her there for the 3rd day of this controversy. So we're on day 3. For whatever reason, now he feels he's got to do a press conference where he comes out, and here's what he says. I'm not either one of the people in that picture. I don't know who those people were. I'm not sure how it ended up on my Facebook page. I know it's from my school yearbook, and I probably went to school with those people, but neither of them are me.
You lying son of a bitch.
You just spent 2 days profusely apologizing and saying it was you.
Leave it up to your friendly senator.
Yeah, in Virginia, too, like, this is an ongoing problem. Like,
oh, yeah.
So, he brings up at this press conference where he's now denying the thing that he's already admitted and apologized for. He goes, I didn't do this, but one time I did do blackface, and that's why I thought I did this.
No.
His whole defense is that...
No. Here's a photo of me killing somebody, Okay. So now, the photo, kind of stays behind. Nobody really notices it because it was kind of the norm back in the day for photos of people killing other people to be posted.
Totally fine.
Now it resurfaces, and, I'm like, oh, shit, I can get some heat for this. Like, oh, I'm sorry for killing that guy. It was my bad. Like, here's a whole video about it. Yeah. You know what? No. I was remembering that wrong. That wasn't me in the photo. I didn't really kill that guy. Like I do remember killing somebody.
Dude, there was one time I killed somebody.
I did kill somebody, okay? Like I do remember that. But that time in that photo, it was not me. That was not me. No,
of course, that
no,
makes perfect
no,
sense. I believe you.
No, well, I'm sure you do. You should.
Is there a knife in your hand?
No. No, I mean, there was this one time.
Okay. So, his defense is, I didn't do blackface this time because another time I did. That's just insane, especially after the past 2 days. And then he goes, I dressed up as Michael Jackson for Halloween because I really loved Michael Jackson back then. And I still do. I still love Michael. He's gushing about Michael Jackson all of a sudden.
So were you the blackface trying to be Michael Jackson in the photo?
I see. What's really I have trouble with this because there's the whole Michael Jackson skin thing where like over
Yeah.
So there's so many layers of irony and just like this feels like it's not like it was written for TV. Like this isn't reality anymore. This is all just one giant convoluted joke that's being played on us. So he goes, I love Michael.
Does the senator like talk like cartoonish almost?
It would make it so much better if he did. Because the only thing tying this to reality still is that they're in suits, there's fucking microphones and cameras, and he's talking like a senator.
I did not. I swear I tell you I did not.
I wish.
He's like this big burly dude, He's like a big guy, and he's like, I there was this one time I did color face, but this wasn't that time.
That one time I did color face. It's just a bit. I have
that
to say that.
That should not even be a fucking sentence.
Just to have to say that and be a senator. What the fuck?
Oh yeah, no, you definitely shouldn't be a senator. First of all, let's put that out there.
The story gets crazier.
Oh, really?
So not only does he say he did blackface one time and that's why he's misremembering, he also tries to downplay it a little bit, where he goes, it was just a little bit on the cheeks of shoe polish. I just put a little tiny bit of shoe polish on both of my cheeks. It wasn't the whole face.
So he's like, is he defending the fact that it wasn't him in the photo? Because he's like, oh, I do remember that this one time, I only put a little bit on. This couldn't have been me because I only just put a little bit on. I wasn't super serious about it.
He's also trying to make it out like it's not as bad of blackface if you do just a little bit of blackface.
Oh yeah.
I just did a little blackface.
I just did a little bit of killing. I didn't do a lot of killing.
I just stabbed him halfway.
It
was a half a stab.
The fact that he bled out and died is his own fault.
Yeah.
Okay? That has nothing to do with me.
And he did blackface. Anyway.
So usually in the photos it has like the names of who they are.
Yeah, there's no attribution
right?
on this. It's because of the time.
You should be able to go back into to find the yearbook though, right?
I think
somebody has to have the fucking yearbook.
That's a really good question. I don't know if I haven't seen that come out yet.
Okay.
I need to check back up on the story. Maybe we'll do an update on the next episode. We'll check back in with Ralph Northam and his blackface. But so keep in mind, this is a press conference, so reporters are questioning him about this while he's explaining it. And he's saying, I dressed up as Michael Jackson because I really liked him and I could do the moonwalk back then. I was really good at it and people wanted to see it. So I went as Halloween for Michael Jackson because I had this huge love for him and I could do the moonwalk. One of the reporters goes, can you still do the moonwalk? And he literally thinks about doing the moonwalk at this press conference where he's being accused of being racist for like a few seconds. His wife's standing behind him. And she whispers it. She gets up real close in his ear and goes, inappropriate circumstances. And then he goes, my wife tells me this is inappropriate circumstances, so I'm going to have to decline.
Whoa, yeah. Yeah. Because if you can't do it, it's over.
Yeah, exactly. Like the reporter had this whole gotcha moment where he's like, either I'm going to catch him lying or I'm going to make this guy moonwalk on stage. Either way, I win.
Right.
Okay, so that's basically all I know on that guy right now. I'll have to check back in and update you next week.
Heard.
But the people running against him are just as fucked up. So the next most popular candidate right now is this African American guy who is being accused of sexual assault right now. And I don't know as much about that case, but it seems very likely that he raped a woman.
Oh, great. So now we got a racist and a rapist.
So we got a racist running against an African American rapist. This is all in the state of Virginia, mind you. So there's just like the people there are going, "What the fuck's going on?"
Yeah, no shit.
And then the next guy after that is another white guy who went to the same school who also did blackface
Oh
in the past.
my fuck! Was he the guy in the photo?
No,
Was he the real guy in the photo?
I fucking wish from the first photo.
Or maybe he was the guy that like he told the other senator like his story and was like, "Oh, there was a time I just put a little bit on my face."
I mean, yeah, but it kind of happened exactly the opposite of that, where like it would be so much funnier if it was an inside tip where he was trying to like get ahead of it for both of them, and they were on the same team about like we both did blackface. I remember. But no, he's basically trying to get in front of it and come out and say like, "Hey, I did blackface too, but I'm apologizing before you guys find it."
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, so now you're really trying to cover your ass.
He's like, all
Okay.
these other guys are getting taken down for their past. I'm just gonna tell you mine now.
So you don't find out about it. I mean,
Yeah.
I guess, you know.
Does that seem more honorable to you?
That's a good question, man.
I love this story because it's all so like there's a lot of gray in it, but then there's just so much stupid where it's obvious that these guys are shitheads. Like,
I mean, if you lie about something, is it better to tell come out about the lie than to let somebody else find out about it? Like, is it better to tell somebody first?
I mean, Senator Northam is clearly lying, which I think should just bar him from being senator immediately. Like, he should have to resign because he's come out and flip-flopped on his statements the past 3 days. I think the third guy, who I apologize for not knowing his name, while I don't think doing blackface is ever acceptable, I don't know enough about the school and the environment at the time and how many people were doing it. I still don't think under any circumstance it's okay, but I kind of feel like him coming out and being like, "Hey, so I know we're mad about this right now. I'm just going to tell you so we can just skip everything and just skip to the next part."
Right.
I do have a bit of admiration for that, especially knowing that like all the other people that are running for senator are being asked to resign right now. So I mean, what do you do in that situation?
Resign. You're
Yeah.
not the right person. Sorry.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was saying. I feel like they just need to start from scratch and just 4 new people and have
Yeah.
them run.
I mean, because you're not coming from a good place from the start. How am I mean, I'm not, like, your roots just aren't even good. I mean, I understand that. As a politician, that just sketches me out. Like, I know that your roots were somewhere that was racist. So why do I not think that you are racist now, or that some of your ideas are dated back to those times, you know?
Yeah, I totally see that side of it. There's a part of me that wonders, like, if they did change, maybe, like, there's a possibility. I don't know the guy, especially the Ralph Northam, or not Ralph, but the third guy that came out ahead of everything. That guy specifically, he may have developed into a better person over time, and maybe this is all a little bit too much of a backlash on that guy. Ralph Northam can go fuck himself, and that middle guy that I don't know his name either, but the one that raped somebody can definitely go fuck himself.
Oh, yeah,
they
definitely.
should both resign.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
But it brings up the question of kind of like how I asked, how long does a meme have to be out there for it to be public domain? How long does somebody have before they're allowed to come back to, like, are we just exiling people now?
When it comes to politics and stuff, yeah. I mean,
yeah, that's a good
you're
point.
a public figure. You're supposed to have the moral agenda that is for the people and everybody. So that doesn't seem like you're gonna be a good person.
Yeah, that's fair for sure. I love this story. I'm gonna keep coming back with updates on it as it goes.
I would love to hear some updates on it for real.
I'm gonna learn the other people's names and delve a little bit more into their backstories and see if I can find some more ridiculousness. Because
I'm sure
that's
can.
why I like this story, is that it's just all over the place. Everybody in it is wrong. It's kind of fun.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting to hear how they're like trying to cover their asses and shit too. You know?
Yeah, the first guy specifically. Just 3 days of
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like,
get your shit straight, man. Like,
first and foremost, you can't come out and apologize and then be like, "Oh no, wait a minute, that wasn't me."
He pulled a Shaggy.
I
It wasn't me.
No, you can't. No, that doesn't work out. Even Shaggy was like, are you sure, my dude?
You don't
Like,
remember standing next to somebody in a Klan hood? Or wearing a Klan hood?
Oh shit. I think we're gonna end this.
Yeah, dude. I'm pretty much out of topics to talk about for this one. I'll have to come back with some updates.
Yeah, we'll definitely have a better one next week, you know.
Oh, this was great. It's fine.
Oh yeah. I mean, it was still good. You know, we'll have some shit to kind of come back on next week, you know.
Yeah, we're still learning, guys.
We'll hear about your doctor's visit.
Dude, you know I'm not going. I'm not going to no doctor.
We're gonna hear about how you procrastinated about going to the doctors.
Procrastinate.
Oh, I kind of figured out a way for us to kind of end this.
Oh, okay.
You know how we like end our phone calls?
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of the same way, dude.
Oh.
Literally just being like, all right, well, we'll talk to you guys later. Well, no, it would be like you always say peace.
Yeah, I
do.
Like, later. I do. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
okay.
I think that's how we should end it.
All right. So 3, 2, 1.
Later.
Peace.
Bam. Oh my god, I'm gonna kill myself, I swear to